Welcome to the Crypt of Wax, where we cover the latest metal releases. On this week's episode, we are talking not Universal, international,
International,
international black metal
yeah.
duo.
From Norway to the
Yeah,
US, right?
I believe,
And
yeah,
a session drummer.
and a session drummer. Yeah, Heraldic Blaze.
I don't know where he's from.
Nah,
Yeah,
let us know. Heraldic Blaze, Monument of Will. This is the debut full length, I believe. I think they just kind of had a
yeah,
demo
got it.
prior, right?
That's right. Yeah, they did a demo last year, and then this is the first album.
So, all right.
It's a new band. They're a new band, aren't they,
They
basically?
are, yeah, a duo, a his and her collaboration. But yeah, I'd never heard this band. Basically, what we do here is like we'll just pick a record. Usually, Mike finds a record. He's the kind of scout in this department. Brings it to me.
Tastemaker.
Yeah, the tastemaker. Yeah, and we'll give it a quick listen and be like, yeah, cool, let's do this one, and we won't talk about it off air. I've never been the journey I've had with this record. So
I'm fascinated about this because can I just say before John goes in, when I heard this and suggested it to John, in my eyes, I was like, I'm pretty sure John's going to absolutely despise this. So I'm really surprised we're actually talking about it because I didn't think this would have made the cut of an album that John would want us to spend any time with and to cover. So go on, John. Go ahead.
yeah, well, I guess right. The high overview is that it's black metal, right? Essentially, but it's yeah. When I first listened to it, I didn't know what to expect, and it completely threw me. And you had like a flute introduction, which was, I mean, really well put together.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
lovely.
definitely wasn't black metal. Wasn't what I was expecting to come. And then as it sort of like goes into track two, the preferred word or the proffered word, it's that black metal that's super kind of like uplifting and triumphant, but like real like major
Yeah,
sounding. I don't want to say poppy, but like it has that kind of element to it in a weird way. But obviously, like the kind of
yeah.
vocals with these like really kind of screechy, like harsh black metal vocals over the top of it. I was instantly put off by like that because I don't really like that kind of like uplifting kind of.
See, this is when I think of the sort of stuff you hate in this genre. This to me could sit right in the epicenter of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right in the
and you
epicenter.
wouldn't be wrong thinking that, Mike. However, there was something about it that I was super intrigued by, and I was just like, okay, I need to actually keep listening to this because I was like drawn into it as it went on.
Time of the year.
I- we'll get into that later. As it went on, I think by track four, I was in, man. I was
Really?
fully
I'm
in.
pleased, man. I'm pleased because I'm a bit different to you. I quite like this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't love it, and I think there's a lot of shit that does this sort of thing, but I'm more open to it, especially when it's done well. So I'm pleased. Sorry, John, interrupt you. Carry on.
No.
By
It's
track four.
yeah. I was just completely in. Steel Sun Bleeds Gold. I mean, I thought this track was unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
The lead lines that they actually do throughout the album, but like in this song, they're just so they were like really catchy and really like triumphant. But there was a moment around the 2 minute mark. It was like it was so powerful, so triumphant. It was like, and it had like a film like quality to it. Like it had a kind of, I don't want to say horror punk slash surf, but you know, that kind of like Tarantino esque film
yeah,
quality. There was an essence of that
yeah.
into it. And I don't know where that was coming from, but I was so drawn in by this song.
I know what you mean actually, and it reminds me think of another album we did, where there was that aspect of the guitar playing that had this almost like cinematic, almost like I don't want to say Western, but you know what
Yeah.
I mean. It is that Tarantino kind of thing, and you've got that they'll do the odd little wobble on the guitar at
Yeah.
the on certain chords and things like that, which I love it. I think it sounds so great in this style of music.
Yeah.
the the chord progressions in that song as well were really really good as well. I mean, in general, I mean, if you're talking about uplifting black metal, I think this might be the most uplifting I've heard potentially. I mean, there's probably other bands maybe doing it more so, but I mean, I don't know how much more you can get than what this is in the way it conveys itself.
I don't think you can, man. Track 5, especially, Harken the Peals of May.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's talk about this one because
This is
I,
insane.
I
Like, it's crazy, this track, isn't it?
well, if you, I put this, my note for this, right, is if I heard this song without the context of the rest of the album, just listen to that intro where it's just the guitar with the vocal over the top, I would instantly be like, no,
Yeah,
turn it off. And but within the album, you're more open to giving it time by that point. But I have to say, as that song went on, it was one of my favorites on the. It stuck out that song.
yeah,
I think in the album, and there was this amazing bit with the flute,
yeah.
and the drums go. I don't want to say a disco beat, but they go this like indie pop beat.
I
He like
put, yeah,
changes it to that sort of thing, and it's one of my favorite bits of the album now. Like it stands out, and it's quite brave to try and even with the way they were going on this album to put that kind of beat in
yeah.
and stuff is quite a it's quite a move.
It's insane, that song, man. Like, sorry, you keep breaking up a little bit, but hopefully it'll be all right in the final
Oh, do I?
edit. The yeah, that the disco beat kind of moment, yeah, with these kind of like really happy, almost pop punk esque kind of like
Yeah,
guitar work going over top of it, and then you've got this black metal screech. It's insane. But yeah, when that flute comes in, because the flute is prevalent throughout this album. I believe it's the
yeah,
vocalist actually playing the flute, which is awesome.
it is.
But
Yeah,
there's a moment,
it's
yeah,
like Jethro Tull, isn't it? It's like Ian
yeah,
Anderson, Jethro
it's
Tull.
it's crazy. Well, there was the moment in that track. You had this kind of really like happy, major, triumphant sounding chords. Then you had this kind of like flute section that went over the top. It was really like polyphonic spree almost. But then you had this like
Yeah,
horrendous screech black metal vocal over it that was just like,
yeah,
it was odd. It was the most like bizarre sounding track I think I've heard all year. But you're right. In the context of the album, it was like, it was incredible, man. And it really did stand out. It was like one of my favorite songs, which is crazy to
yeah.
say because I'm not that kind of.
It's really weird, man. I was wondering where you would sit with this album because it's not if you it's a tricky one to if you like and your general preference I would say of black metal is you like it dark, kind of icy, evil,
Mhm.
and this is none of those things.
No.
Apart from, and I have to say, I think the vocalist kind of does a lot in keeping it. I don't. The vocals could easily go a different way, and it could be that maybe more modern black metal vocal that's not got the so much the traces of the more old school type stuff where he's leaning more heavily into that kind of screeching
She.
older stuff. Is it she?
Yeah, the singer is the woman.
Is it? I didn't even know there was a woman in the band.
Huh?
I didn't even know there was a woman in the band.
Yeah, yeah. It's a guy and a girl.
Is it really?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you know what? I think it's just the photo's not exactly.
No.
But
Yeah.
now I'm looking at it. Yeah, yeah. Of course it is. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and she's
Yeah.
the flute player. But yeah, I think her vocals are on the cusp of being a bit too samey. But there's enough kind of weirdness in like some of the desperate screeching that comes across in some of the tracks to like sort of carry that. I think. I
Mm.
think yeah, I think it works perfectly, and I think the inclusion of the flute is like incredibly smart, man, because it just kind of
Oh
elevates.
man, it elevated it. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally elevates it for me. I actually think without it, this album, I probably wouldn't be that bothered by it. Like I'd listen to it and think, yeah, but it wouldn't have the special something to me is the flute.
yeah, agreed. And like I really like the kind of flute. One, I like that they use them as lead lines almost for as like solos, but also the instrumental, like the interludes, like the opener and track 9. Perfect place
Oh
for
yeah,
it
yeah,
as well because I think
yeah.
the album's paced amazingly. Each track is very different, but there's like a uniqueness. But there's that the their sound is encapsulated in everything, but each song kind of sounds individual, which is great because it makes the album flow really nicely. Same with like the songwriting as well. But like I think putting that kind of flute interlude just before the last track kind of just gave the last track a bit more like impotence, I think.
Can I say though about the last song, the ending of it and for the album is weird, isn't it? It's a strange choice.
I was expecting something a bit more triumphant potentially to end on.
Well, it's completely sudden, isn't it? And it almost makes it sound like it's an error because it stops and then you hear the guitar or you hear one of the instruments play a slight note
Oh yeah, yeah,
longer.
yeah. That is true. I like that.
So
I
it,
like that they kept that in. It kind of gave it a kind of live feel almost in a way.
it adds yeah, it does. It adds that element of live that's sort of real to it. But it's funny. It's funny that's the way they went with it because
Mm.
yeah, it doesn't it's that song doesn't really have a closer feel to it, if you know what I
No,
mean.
no, it doesn't. But the track is good within itself. I think
Yeah.
the drumming on that track is really standout. He does again like these kind of disco beats that like you mentioned, and he does
Yeah.
these really cool. Or, well, I say he, I don't know, but because they're not kind of credited, but like cymbal fills in like the beats, like, and it's actually live drums,
Yeah.
which is great. But like the drumming throughout is like incredible. And also,
Really,
Mike,
really
what do
good,
you think
man.
of the
And yeah,
production?
loved it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So perfect for what they're doing. It's got that kind of it's got the right level of raw, but it's obviously got a lot of clarity as well. I feel like it's almost probably it's probably approached from a non-metal kind of view in production because you're not really listening to that for like heavy guitars and this kind of thing, are you? It feels a bit different.
No, but I think it does encapsulate a black metal essence, even though it does feel a lot more light and
Yeah,
shiny in a way. I mean, yeah, like
yeah.
this is probably one of the most unique records of the year for me. I don't know where it would go. I don't know if it would go into the album of the year list, but like in terms of like a unique listen, this was unbelievable, and I think everyone should sort of go check it out.
It's gonna be divisive. It'd be interesting to see what people think.
Let us know in the comments what you think about this one
In the
because it
comments, in the
yeah, that's what they're
comments.
there for. I mean, this is it will be very
Use them.
divisive. Yeah, let us know
Yeah.
what you think. But yeah, if you got disappointed in this video, thank you for sticking around. Give a like and a subscribe. We put out videos every Wednesday and Friday covering the latest metal releases. But yeah, let us know what you thought of this one because I think it is going to be pretty divisive. And yeah, we will catch you in the next one. Oh.